shucks, would you look at that, it's February 20th. Which means that the Brackey's game jam is about to begin, where we gotta make a game in like 7 days. But wait, what do I know about making games? Ha! Well, I don't. I just started learning how to program in October of last year, but ever since I picked up on it, I have been relentlessly learning every day I possibly can. So I do kind of think I am ready for a game jam. But I'm not doing it by myself, I am doing it with a friend that is actually about to graduate as a computer science major, Jimmy. Alright, enough of the intro, let's pop a Thin Mint cookie and get right into coding the game. Wait, I just realized, we don't even have a game idea yet. Well, me and Jimmy took it to the whiteboard and stood here for about a good 3 hours and came up with a few ideas, but nothing really was settled yet. The theme of the game jam was, it is not real, and that was a pretty difficult theme to make a game about. I mean, the only thing I could really think about that was not real was my love life. But then it hit us. Jimmy brought up the classic Flash game, This Is the Only Level. And if you've never played this game, pretty much there's only one level and each level gets slowly and slowly more weird and a bit unpredictable. For example, one level the controls are inverted or the spikes are bouncy. We thought the concept of this game would fit the theme pretty well. We saw this unique picture of Portal and kind of yoinked it, and then we're like, hey, what if we took this, and then we smashed them together and boom! The idea was created. Jimmy went ahead and sketched up a basic level design for our game. And look, you got a door here, an elevator, some lava, a button. What more can you ask for? Now with that out of the way, I got my super clean keyboard, popped a Thin Mint cookie in my mouth, and got to coding. First things first, we need to set up player movement. But before even that, you need to create a new Uni project, you know, make it 3D, name it something random, and create. And to get a player moving, we need a player. So we'll just make a bean, and this bean will be the player. Now, Jimmy already had a movement script from his other game for his school, and all I had to do was just code in the input, and just like that, we have a moving bean. Yeah, almost. Boom, there we go. We got the movement working nice and smooth. I also added some doors, and I even added a way to switch scenes, so we can go from level to level, since this is a puzzle game. Alright, this is an accurate representation of what happened the rest of the night. You know, we got some nukes here, we got some measly bugs, and yep, we patched all the bugs. There wasn't that many, obviously, because there wasn't much code, and that was the rest of the night. I passed out and fell asleep, and now we're on the day 2. Okay, it's day 2, it's like 9 AM, and we still have a shit ton of stuff to do in the game. As of right now, the game was looking pretty bad. But on the other hand, Jimmy made this entire script that will help us make buttons and hook up buttons to doors, make buttons do pretty much anything we want them to do. And so right now we have a character that moves around and can press buttons and step on pressure plates, almost. Using the Unity asset store, I grabbed a concrete material, slapped it in the scene, and there we go, looking like a nice little scene there. Yep. Oh, and you're wondering what that is? Well, I cut out a giant gaping hole in the wall, added some glass, and now it looks like we're being observed in some sort of facility, which is totally an original idea. To make the game just look a teeny bit better, I cooked up this beautiful pixel art wall thing. It looks pretty bad, but hey, it's on the wall now. And you may be wondering, hey, why don't you do the left wall? And well, that's because I'm lazy and fuck the left wall. I went ahead and started coding a way for the door system to work. Pretty much all it does is that it's just going to open and close the door. It's also going to play a animation for the player every time they respawn. It ended up looking pretty smooth, and I like the way it turned out. Oh yeah, and there's some spikes there. I had spikes, and now you can die. Spikes were really nothing special. I just got a square, made it small, added some cones onto it, and then made this script that handled killing the player, so you can pretty much throw it on anything. Nothing really happens when you die, you just kind of respawn, but hey, it works. You remember that lava that we drew up in the sketch? Yeah, me neither, but now we need it. Pretty much lava was just going to be a substitute for spikes, so how do we make lava? Well, I realized that you needed to learn shaders, and I had no idea how to do shaders. And if you don't believe me, take this short clip of me saying I don't know how to do shaders. Huh. I have no idea how to make shaders. So I just went to YouTube, looked up how to make lava, found this tutorial. I actually went along with the tutorial and came up with this, and it looks like shit, but it might work. As of right now, dying is pretty damn boring. Using Unity's particle system, I spiced it up by adding an exploding blood particle, and then I added some juicy screen shake, and now every time you die, you explode. Now with dying out of the way, it was time to work on some sound effects. Whoosh, shoo. After spending 20 minutes doing random stuff into a microphone, I ended up just rubbing 2 pieces of paper together, and it sounded like the sliding door sound effect, which I ended up using. And the rest of the sounds just came from JSFXR, which is a super handy dandy wandy website if you need some sound effects. You see, there's one fatal flaw in our game. You couldn't quit. You launched the game, and now you're stuck forever. Now, you could Alt F4, but hey, what if you didn't know that? Then now you think your computer's broke, you gotta sell it, and then now you got no computer. I went ahead and created a quick and easy menu system. Look, we can even pause the game, and look at that. There's even options. So you can turn down the sound effects so they're not blasting your ears. And you can go to the main menu, and there it is, quit game. You're welcome. A ton of you may be wondering right now, where's Jimmy at? Well, Jimmy's been doing a lot, let me tell you, way more than me. For example, he got this elevator to work, so now we can actually finish the level. You just walk over here, press this button, and alright, just walk over here, press this button, and look at that, working elevator. And as Jimmy was doing things super useful, like making it so we can pick up items, I was working on jump pad, because you can't go wrong with jump pads. Slowly but surely, we were getting almost everything done programming wise for the game, and all we needed to do was just make it look good. To get a head start on that, I went ahead and started working on the visuals, because right now it's only just a giant white square, and that's pretty lame. And when I say I'm going to do the visuals, I mean I'm just going to go to my artsy friend Jorge and ask him to do some pixel art for us. Hey Jorge, do you want to do some pixel art for the game? What's in it for me? I mean, nothing really. No. Okay, cool. Have it done by Saturday. And just like that, we got 2 beautiful pieces of artwork, 1 for each wall. And just look how good they look in the game. I then went ahead and added some chairs to make it look like we're being watched. Totally an original idea. I then went ahead and created this whimsical looking particle to look like there's light coming from the spot we're being watched from. And the background was looking kind of weak. Then Jimmy created this amazing looking skybox. Look at it, just look at it, looks like you're in a dream. I then sprinkled some lights across the scene. It may be hard to see now, but oh boy, just you wait. I then added some UI at the bottom left and the bottom right to show deaths and a timer. Just by dimming the lights a little bit and doing some post-processing magic, you can have your game from looking like this to this. Yeah. Jimmy then went ahead and replaced my my main menu there with a 10 times better one. And now you're probably like, hey, who's that silly looking stick figure right there? Well, I'm sorry to let you guys know, but the bean has been put to rest. We now have 3D Stickman. He also wobbles when he walks, so I think that's pretty funny. And there was one last thing that bugged me. The walls and the floor, looking a little thin there. I then went ahead and just made him nice and girthy. I mean, just look at that, nice and super girthy. Yep. Fuck. I hit up my buddy Mark for some music because the last time I made music, it sounded like this. But yeah, Mark delivered, and this is what we got in return. Oh yeah, and Jimmy made this TV. It does really cool things, but you're gonna have to wait and see. Cheese and crackers. After finishing up the entire to-do list, it was time to make some levels. So roll the 10-second level making montage. There we go. We created 8 levels. I made about half of them. And oh, would you look at that? It's Saturday night, which means that the game's due tomorrow. Well, that's a problem because we try to get 12 levels in and we only have 8. Well, with 10 minutes to spare, the game has been submitted, but don't you worry, we're going to be adding more levels than that, I think. If you want to play the game, it's going to be one of the links in the description. Now listen here, if you want to play my games early, or be some kind of QA tester before I release them onto YouTube and to the public, then you gotta join my Discord. Or if you just want to chill and hang out with me, then you gotta join the Discord right now, because if you don't join the Discord, pal, oh, let me tell you, you got some big consequences. I'm gonna find out where you live. So yeah, that was my first game jam with only about like 4 months of programming experience. I'm definitely not gonna give up on this. I'm gonna be making about 1 million more YouTube videos maybe on it. If you enjoyed the video, you gosh darn goobers, then go ahead and like and subscribe. I'm gonna leave you guys with some gameplay. Okay, bye.